This is a quick tutorial on how to add in a single user account into your CDX site. You can use this to either add in a student account or a teacher account. And this is primarily to be used in a secondary school or a high school type situation. As our college sites, you will generally be using access packs and will not be doing this. So first you'll want to log in using your CDX teacher account that you were given either in an email or the initial setup email from us. You no longer need the CDX supervisor account as you did on the older version. The CDX teacher account now does all that you need it to do. You'll want to log into your site, and on the site homepage on the left hand side under the site administration panel, you will go to users and accounts and either browse list of users or add a new user. If you go to browse list of users, you can see all the users that are in your site, and you can click add a new user, or you can just click add a new user on the left hand side. It'll bring you to the same place. If I go ahead and click on add a new user here, you type in a username and a password. The password can be pretty much anything you want it to be, at least 4 characters. I a lot of times will use the password change me. This will require a student or a teacher to give themselves a new password after they use this password for the first time. Otherwise, you can use any other password you want, and you can even click force password change to make them give themselves a new password the first time they log in. First name and last name and email address. Now, the email address isn't required. However, it is helpful for when a student is trying to do a password reset or when you are sending out messages. When you send out messages, it both gives them a message on the site in their message box, or it will also send them an email. And then obviously if they're trying to do a password reset and they don't have a real email address, they'll never get the reset password link. So if you do use a real email address, that's helpful. You don't have to though. But what does need to be the case is the email address has to be different for each and every one of the students that you add. So a lot of times I just have teachers use the test user email address, or rather the username as the email address at example.com. Example.com, if you go to this web address, you will see that it is an example domain that's used for illustrative purposes and documents. So you won't accidentally send an email to someone by using a fake email address. City and town. Country is filled in automatically. The red highlighted sections are required. Everything else in this profile creation page here isn't necessary. You can fill it out if you want to. Students can fill out some of this information later on if they want to as well. Just go and click on update profile. And now if I scroll down or I type in test here to find my user I just added, I can see my test user at example.com that I just added in. Now the next step, you'll want to assign them a permission. This isn't entirely necessary, as the student will automatically log in and automatically be added as a student the first time they log in. But if you're trying to set up groups and accounts into the site before students actually access it, you'll need to assign them a permission or a role in the site. Otherwise, they won't have you won't see them in the lists to add them as a group member or other sections of the site. So you'll want to click on student and find the student that you just added in the right hand side here. I added in test user, so right there. Click add in, click assign roles in system, and now you'll see that they're in the list here. And if I click to sign into his name here, you can see that I log in and I have access to everything. I can log in, I have the correct student level access, and I am good to go. If you were wanting to set up a user as a teacher instead of under permissions, instead of assigning the system role of student, you would just select CDX teacher. You'll find their name in the list and you'll add them over as a teacher, and then they'll have the correct teacher level access.